Welcome to another edition of Lean Bites, a bite-sized demonstration of a lean topic. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Paul Dean, and today's edition of Lean Bites, we're going to look at this concept called simple problem solving. Now, before you choke on your breakfast, I really believe that we need to build the business's problem solving capability before we try to get too clever with our methodology. Now, problem solving could range anywhere from brainstorming a solution to using tools like A3 or 8D, or even an improvement project like a DMAIC. Now, if our results are going like this, and we want them to go like that, then I truly believe our problem solving capability can be proportional to the results we want to achieve. And I'm going to demonstrate that today. If you've ever picked apples from a tree, I'm sure you'll agree with me that easiest apples are those ones on the ground, assuming they're okay, and those ones within reach. The higher you go in the tree to pick the apples requires a more sophisticated method. Very much like problem solving, the easiest problems to solve are those ones that are either low-hanging or within easy reach. The higher you go, or the harder the problems to solve, require a more sophisticated method. So I'm going to show you today simple problem solving using Just Do It and PDCA. The first type of simple problem solving is just do it. So how do we just do it? Try collaborating with your team and brainstorming ideas or potential solutions to the problem. Then those potential solutions can be listed in an action tracker, a very simple but powerful tool where you list the idea, the action related to that idea, the owner of the action, when the action is due, and what's the status of that action. A very simple but powerful tool that can also be used in daily visual management. The second way we can do simple problem solving is using this tool called PDCA. Now, it's a little more complex because we're dealing with more complex problems. Just like picking fruit from the tree, we need to reach a little further to pick that fruit. Now, with PDCA, we may not know what the cause of the problem is, but we're going to use this tool to test. Now, if we still don't solve the problem, we may need to go to something like root cause analysis using 5 whys or a fishbone. So the first thing we do with PDCA is we've got to come up with a problem statement. This is a very important step to start with because it sets the scene of where we're going to go. So once we've got the problem statement, the next thing to do as a team is to brainstorm potential solutions or potential ideas that we're going to implement to solve the problem. This can be done with post-it notes, can be done in a lot of different ways. So once we've created the brainstorm ideas, the next thing is to prioritize those ideas so we can pick the best ones to implement first. Now, this can be done in a number of different ways. We can use a pick chart or we can use a solution selection matrix. Another really good tip is try as a team, a simple tip, try as a team to vote on these individual ideas to be able to rank those on the highest votes against the lowest votes. Now, just be aware, don't discard any of the ones at the lower votes because we may come back to them later. So, we've done the problem statement, we've brainstormed the ideas, we've prioritized those ideas. The next thing to do is put them into an action tracker where we have the idea, the action, the owner of the action, the date the action's due, and the status of that action. Now, we might find that we have multiple actions per idea. So once we've implemented those ideas, then we go to the next stage with the check. This is where we're going to review what we've done to see that the problem has been resolved. Now, if the problem hasn't been resolved, then we can go back to this prioritized list of ideas, select the next idea, create other actions, put them into the tracker, and then implement those and monitor the problem. If the problem has been resolved, we go to the final step of the PDCA, and this is we're going to standardize that action. We're going to put that action in every possible opportunity to embed that particular solution across the organization. Whether it's related to people, departments, shift, this is where it becomes a part of the standard operation and becomes embedded in the business. I'm sure you're asking by now, How do I embed these practices and build my problem solving capability? In my many years of experience, I've got 2 tips. Make it simple and engage everyone. Now, make it simple is about not overcomplicating the process. I truly believe the majority of the problems that you'll encounter from day to day can be resolved by Just Do It or PDCA. Let's not overcomplicate it. Let's not try and be too academic. Remember, we're building our problem solving capability, not trying to win awards. The second one is about engaging everyone, is make this thing accessible to everybody. Educate everyone, develop coaches, develop advocates in every area of your business. Permanent employees, part-time employees, even contractors. And encourage everyone, when they've got a problem, to apply some rigor to it using these tools. And very quickly, I'm sure you'll start to see a change in the performance. Your results will change as you grow your problem solving capability. So that's simple problem solving. I hope it's been very helpful, and thank you for joining me on this edition of Lean Bites.